Previously on One Life to Live.
I think it's time that the two of us separated.
Well, we wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for you, Jess.
The longer time goes on, I get the feeling it's just going to be me and you.
It's Nora's baby, isn't it? It really blows.
You give me hope.
As long as we're together, there'll always be hope. Got you some junk food from the gas station. What's up?
What's it look like? Taking off. I was gonna leave you a note.
Say what?
Chris, come on, it's time. I can't stay here forever. Thanks for the clothes. I'll pay you back. Someday.
Look, Will, I don't care about the clothes. But you can't just leave. I mean, you don't have any money. Not even a car. And your picture's probably in every post office in Pennsylvania. Plus, what about Jessica?
Well, that's why I have to go now, before she gets here. Because I know if I look into her eyes, I wouldn't be able to do it.
No, we'll run the Senator's editorial tomorrow. And you take the piece that you were going to run on the veterans, you put that on Memorial Day. Okay. Thanks. Hello.
Hey, where's Mom?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since she got together with Ben. You think she's okay with him being around?
Yeah, she seemed fine.
Yeah?
I was hoping that they'd go away together and have a wonderful time.
Well, that's spoken like the incurable romantic that you are.
Well, it takes one to know one.
Me? I'm not a romantic anymore. You know why? It's too dangerous.
I sense a major brotherly lecture coming my way.
No, not too major. It's just that I didn't get a chance to speak to you after the train accident. And I wanted you to know how worried I was. You know, I almost took off looking for you myself. But I couldn't. Or at least I chose not to. You know why?
Why?
Because I ran into Antonio, and you know what he said to me? He said that I shouldn't be sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. Shouldn't be asking so many questions. You have any idea why he might say that?
You know, for a reporter, it sure does take you a while getting to the point.
All right, fine. I'll get to the point then, right now. If you're hiding Will, you better think hard about what you're doing. Because it's dangerous, Jess. He's got a lot of guys hunting him down. Not only that, you could land your you-know-what in jail. And that's the last thing Mom needs right now.
Don't use Mom to lecture me, okay, Kevin? She understands me probably a whole lot better than you do.
Well, what are you telling me? So Mom knows that you're hiding Will and she's perfectly okay with that?
I didn't say that, Kevin.
Look, you're not dancing around inside of some kind of romance novel. This is real. You're breaking the law. Not only that, if you think you're doing it for love, I'm here to tell you you're not doing it for love.
Hey. Ease up on your sis. I'm with you. I think when you really love someone, you go the distance for them, no matter what it takes, no matter what it costs you.
Same room, same bed, same two characters at the crossroads.
What do you suppose they'll do this time?
Same as they did last time, find their way to each other.
A little battered by life?
But much wiser.
Does this story have a happy ending?
Wait till you hear it, Blondie. It's gonna knock your socks off.
You know that I'm not completely well yet.
You know, you helped me fight for my life in this room. You loved me and took care of me. Let me do the same for you.
There's no other man. And that's not the reason why I want to separate.
Really? What about the guy you met at the Cherryvale Inn?
What are you talking about?
Well, you know, I stopped by there a couple days ago for lunch after one of your little getaway vacations.
I had every good reason to get away that night. Don't tell me you've forgotten. So, were you there to check up on me?
No. A buddy of mine is a bartender there, and he happened to mention that you had been there.
Really? And what else did your buddy tell you?
Just that you and your friend were dancing the night away. And of course, I immediately said, no way, not my Lainey. She's always claimed she didn't have the genes for dancing.
You know, all of this has nothing to do with why I want to separate. I mean, I've been thinking about this a long time.
You know, Lainey, there are nights, a lot of them, and splitting up was the last thing on your mind.
Yeah, but the sad reality was always there waiting the next day. Don't pretend that this comes as a surprise to you, Colin.
You know, my buddy, the bartender, he happened to describe your dancing partner to me.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Didn't sound like your type, Lainey. And I must say, meeting him didn't change my opinion.
What? Meeting him? What are you talking about?
Oh, I didn't tell you? Twinkle Toes showed up here looking for you.
I'm sorry, Lindsay. Sorry I raised my voice again, but there's no way that I can ask Sam to go through another paternity test.
Well, how would you ever know for sure?
Jeff Barnes knows. Now, either he changed the results of those tests, or he didn't.
But he's gone. Oh, don't you want to know if you're Matthew's father?
Sam just lost Nora. He doesn't even know when he's going to see Will again. I can't tell him that Matthew might be taken away from him.
I understand that. But what if he isn't Matthew's real father? How will you ever be able to look at Matthew and not wonder if he's yours?
I don't know who you spoke to, Colin. I danced with a complete stranger that night. We didn't even exchange names.
Oh, because he knows your name now. And he said his business with you was personal.
Who is he? What's his name?
He wouldn't give it. Maybe he realized I was your husband and that scared him off.
Never scared you off. Oh, I'm not having the same old fight with you again.
Good. So then we'll go home, we'll put some music.
No, Colin, I'm serious. I want to separate.
Hey, you can't just give up on us.
It's either that or I give up on myself.
You know, you used to say you only felt truly alive with me.
Yeah, well, that was before I spent many nights alone wondering where my husband was when he told me that he was working when I knew he really wasn't.
Lainey, come on. You were always insecure and jealous from the beginning.
Oh, I wonder why. But not anymore. No. Now I could come to work in the morning and ignore the stares and the whispers of all the nurses who knew where you were. And I hardly ever have to duck into an empty room to cry anymore. And these days, when we ever get a call in the middle of the night from another woman hysterical over because you cheated on her.
Lainey, people can change. And I will. You just have to give me a chance.
What's the point? Huh? So you could do another wild scheme and invest my money again? No. Colin, you could do whatever you want. But you have to do it without me. I can't take it anymore, Colin. I can't. I just can't. There's no matter how much
No matter how much you love me? You see, Lainey, there's your reason. That's why you can't leave me.
I've been down this road before, Lindsay. I've thought about what it would mean if I were Matthew's father.
Did I do the wrong thing? So many times I've thought, is this how Nora felt before she broke up our wedding?
Nora put the ball in my court. Now you've done the same thing, but it's my decision to make. There's a little boy out there right now. He's learning to walk and talk, say the word daddy. You know, Sam is the only father that he's ever known, and I don't think anybody should mess with something like that without doing a whole lot of soul searching.
What would Nora do? I mean, she would have a strong opinion. She always did, but...
Nora would do what's best for her son.
So are you saying that you think what's best for Matthew is to stay with Sam? I'm sorry. I'm sorry when you told me how Nora died and that she wanted the truth, everything out on the table. I just felt like I owed this to her.
Well, you're right. And Nora was right. I think it is best that everything is out in the open, but it sure doesn't make it any easier to deal with it. Look, I gotta get to the station. You gonna be okay?
Yes, if you are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've just got a whole lot of thinking to do.
Well, there were a few tricky moments, but all in all, I think that went pretty well.
You felt you owed it to me? You felt you owed it to me?
Don't even try to make me feel guilty, because I don't feel guilty at all.
Yes, you do, or I wouldn't be here.
I am just trying to right an old wrong.
What, by jerking Bo around?
No. Okay, maybe he's a little upset and confused right now, but in the end, he'll want to know the truth.
And what if Matthew really is Sam's?
Well, I'll just have to deal with that then, won't I? But there's a good chance that he could be Bo's baby. You know, in my heart, I feel like he is.
Get that idea right out of your head.
What idea are you talking about?
Oh, don't play dumb with me. If everyone were smart, they'd lock you up until the DNA test results came in.
Oh, stop it. I wouldn't change the test results again.
Well, you wouldn't get away with it again.
Will you just shut up? I'm trying to do some thinking here, and you're distracting me. Oh, God, let me see. If Matthew turns out to be Bo's baby, he is not going to want another man to raise his child, and that baby's going to need a mother. And I'm a really good mother. Even you have to admit that.
You try to manipulate the situation, Bo's not going to like that.
Maybe he won't find out about it.
Oh, yeah. He'll find out about it. You won't get away with it.
You can't stand it. That I could wind up with Bo and Matthew. That I could wind up with everything you once had. Easy, easy. Don't strain. It's okay. It's okay. Don't get upset. When you're ready, you'll tell us. You sleep now. Let the medicine do its work.
Chris, it is time for me to be on my own. The longer I stay here, the worse it is for you and Jess.
Will, come on, we've been over this already.
Okay, but I am stronger now. I'm almost back to...
Almost isn't good enough. And if you're here, at least you have help nearby.
Okay, it's not fair to keep dragging Lainey out here every time I need something.
She didn't seem to mind.
Okay, but I do.
All right, look, we won't call her unless there's an emergency. But what happens if you're out in the middle of the woods and you collapse, huh? Who's there? Jess? Real brave, aren't you? Coming up right up to the door. That's right. You better run. You can relax, man. Unless the troopers around here go undercover dressed as chipmunks.
love someone, you make sacrifices. I would for Joey, I have.
Yeah, of course you have, because you're married to him. And you have a commitment to him. You do whatever you needed to do.
Well, I'm committed to Will.
That's not the same thing, Jess.
Yes, it is. Kevin, I love him.
Okay, what about Christian?
Well, I love him too.
But you're not in love with him.
You don't have to put words in her mouth.
You know, I must be crazy, huh? I'm in love with 2 men.
It happens.
Right, but one day you have to figure out which one you really do love.
Well, you know, when that time comes, you'll know. You'll make the right decision.
I hope so. Because if I don't, I'm going to wind up hurting everybody.
No, Kelly's right. When the time comes, you'll know.
How do you know? I mean, how do you know there's this one particular person that's right for you? And that person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. How do you know?
You just know. I mean, I never had a single doubt that Kelly's the woman I want to be with forever. And I guess she never had a doubt either, or she wouldn't have married me.
I have a lot to make up to you. I should have been here.
You were here. I told you that. You were with me every single time I needed you. In fact, you were with me in this room. Before my surgery, I was falling apart because I felt very lost. You were here. And you were with me during the operation.
How are you feeling now?
Well, now, if you'd asked me that question an hour ago, you'd have gotten a very different answer. I feel wonderful.
Well, in that case, may I have this dance?
Good to have you back, Commish.
Well, you better wait until I start handing out those assignments there.
The DA made a good call.
Hey, thank you. Thanks. It's good to be back. What do you want, Asa?
Nothing like a nice, warm welcome.
What do you want?
Speak with my son.
You know, I already heard everything I want to hear out of you at Will's hearing.
Yeah. And I heard some real harsh words out of your mouth.
I meant them.
I gotta hand it to you, Bo, and you hold a grudge with the best of them.
I got work to do.
I'm not gonna hold you up. All I gotta say is the day'll come when you want a father. A son needs a father, and a father needs a son. Remember that.
You know, it takes a lot more than the same last name for a man to be a father.
You got that right. It takes the same blood running through your veins that a father and son share. One day you'll understand that when you do, I'm still gonna be your old man.
Oops, sorry.
Hey.
Hi.
Rachel, everything okay?
Oh, sure. Matthew just taught me how to throw his bottle across the room. Didn't you, Slugger? Have you seen my dad? I've been looking for him.
What's the matter? It's okay. I know the train wreck was just terrible, but you're safe now. Nothing's gonna hurt you now.
I know you want to do the right thing.
I am doing the right thing, and I don't need you sitting here trying to make me feel like I'm not. Everything's gonna work out.
Well, you know that's not true.
Oh, yes, it is. You just watch. I'm gonna have everything that you took away from me. It was you and Sam that that let Asa get Will sentenced to prison, and I found a way to undo that. You made me lose my baby, so I'll have yours, and last but not least, I'll have Bo. So you just sit there and stare at me. That'll make you feel better.
Does anything ever work out the way you planned it, really? I was hoping my dad would quit being DA for an hour and come to the park with Matthew and me, but I can't find him. Is he around?
I don't know. I just got here. Hey, Jared. Have you seen Hank?
No, he's in court all day.
Yeah, of course he is.
So, how's Matthew doing?
You know, he's lucky he's so young. He really doesn't understand what's going on. I hope it'll help him cope with all the changes. At least that's what I'm hoping. What? What's that? You want Uncle Bo to hold you? Okay, come here.
Oh, you're such a famous boy. Here. Hi. Hi.
Hey, big guy.
You,
Don't forget your toy.
you two look like a natural fit.
Hey, you know what? You're getting big. You're heavy. You're growing up fast there, Matthew.
We should try running around after him. Hey, that's an idea. Why don't you come to the park with us? Okay, I know. You've got too much work to do.
All right, here you go. Maybe you better take him
Go to
back.
the park? Come on. Hurry.
You know, I could take an hour if you still want company in the park.
You know, I'd love that.
Yeah.
Great. Well, so long, everybody. Hey, bye.
Bye.
I got to
Bye-bye.
go.
Okay, let's go.
Bye.
I just feel for that kid. You know, it's still Nora's baby, no matter who the father is.
Come on, Laney. You can forgive me, and you will. So why not sooner rather than later, huh?
You know, Colin, it gets harder as the betrayals pile up.
Laney, I've made mistakes. But that's what they were, mistakes. But I'm a guy who messes up a lot. Look, Laney, I have only done two things in my life that I can be proud of. One was becoming a doctor, and the other one was falling in love with you. None of those other meaningless encounters ever even touched me.
So why do you keep having these meaningless encounters?
Because I'm a fool. And I'm a weak one at that. Why else would I risk everything that matters to me? Because that's what you are, Lena. You're the very center of my life. More and more, I realize that. And more, I want to become the husband you deserve. I love you, Laney. I can't live without you.
No, I won't. I can't do this.
You can't do what, Laney? Love me?
No, get suckered into this again. You just always say all the right things, then I fall right back into your arms, but they're all lies. Lies. I mean, do you have a little voice inside your head that keeps going, gotcha, every time this happens? Oh, you must have so much disdain for me. Much more than I have for myself.
Come on, Laney. I've never felt any disdain for you. Listen to me. I love you. If you don't believe anything else I say, you have to believe that.
I do. But your kind of love hurts way too much. I'll get what I need for now, and I'll be out of the house before you come home. Get the rest later.
You won't be able to do it. You're gonna walk into that house and you're gonna realize how much a part of each other's lives we've become. You're gonna look at the books on the shelves and you're gonna realize how we first met. We were studying all night in the library, cramming for that exam on the nervous system.
It was the lymphatic system.
See, there you go. That's why you always got better grades than I did. And then remember, we moved into that old wreck of a house a couple of weeks later. I don't know how we got any work done after that, because we couldn't stay away from each other. I remember just dragging myself through the days, just so I could get to the nights. And those nights, Laney, they were incredible. You know they were. While you're going through the house packing your bags, you're gonna look around and you're gonna remember how we poured every inch of our heart and soul and sweat into that house. Scraping the wallpaper, sanding the floor, planning every detail so that little by little we could build it into the home that neither of us ever had.
A home where promise after promise got broken.
Some of them were kept. The photos on every table of two very happy people are proof of that. Two people deeply in love. Look, you might be angry now. And you have every right to be. But you're not going to be able to walk out of our home, out of my life for good. There's way too much between us.
Yeah, come after me. I'd be halfway the next town by now.
Look, Will, you want to leave? Fine, be my guest, go. But not until you tell Jessica to her face. All right, I'm not about to let you turn yourself into some missing hero while she's stuck here, wondering where you are and if you're okay.
You're right. I'll tell her myself.
You know she's going to try to change her mind.
I know. So, I'll just have to shut out the words and take one long, good look at her face. Because it might be the last time I ever see it.
How did we get on such a serious subject?
Kevin's worried about me, but I told him not to be, even if I am all confused about love. I'll get that. Lindsay.
I need to talk to you alone for a minute.
Listen, Lindsay. I don't know where Will is.
It's okay. I know everything. I'm just really grateful to you for taking care of Will. I want you to know everything's going to be okay. I can't tell you how I know this, but the governor's going to overturn Will's sentence. He's going to call off the manhunt, and Will's going to be able to come home and live his life again.
What? When? How soon?
1-2 days, maybe. It's in the works. You just keep doing what you're doing. And here, please, just take this. Take this.
No, Lindsay, I can't
take
do
it
that.
and buy Will whatever he needs for the next few days, okay? Thank you. You tell Will I love him.
Everything all right?
Yeah, everything's great. I need to run an errand.
Okay, so I'll go with you.
No, really. It's okay. I'm fine. See ya. Bye. Bye.
You're worried about her, aren't you?
Oh. I'm worried about her, yeah.
Listen, you guys, she's a big girl. She can make her own decisions and suffer the consequences, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, I know, but I also know how Kevin feels.
Yeah, look, will you excuse me? I'll be back.
We are going to be doing a lot of dancing.
The night that you reopened Crossroads, you painted such a beautiful picture of our future together. And I so wanted to believe it, and I didn't dare.
Well, then I'll paint it again. Close your eyes. Close them.
Okay.
Okay, now focus. We're in Florida. Feel that ocean breeze? Now imagine the beach, sand, sky. No sky. We're at an elegant hotel. We're having a scrumptious dinner.
You're having steak. I'm having lobster.
Oh, of course, because you look adorable in a bib. Okay, after dinner, we stroll down to the beach and walk under the moonlight. Can you feel the sand in your toes?
Yes.
Sand crab.
Don't stop.
I have to. Something's missing. Blondie, please. Will you marry me?
A lot has to happen before we can live that dream. I have cancer. I have a terrible battle to fight.
We'll fight it together.
What if we lose?
We won't. You have way too much courage and strength to defeat this. And quite frankly, you're way too stubborn.
That's what my fantasy man said to me when I was feeling so lost before my surgery.
Well, he was right. And I'm sure he's a very handsome man, but you're not going to need him anymore. I'm here, and you're never going to feel lost again. Now, Blondie, I know what you're going through more than most. And we are going to face this together, and we will win. I promise you.
I believe you.
You know, asking you to marry me has become quite a habit now. The only way to kick it would be for you to say yes.
I love you so much.
Then say it.
Yes. Yes.
Look, Chris, this may be the last chance I have to say thank you for everything. So, I mean, I know you did what you did for Jess, but you really saved my life. I was wrong about you. In a lot of ways.
I'm back.
Hey, glad you're here. I need to tell you something.
Well, I have to tell you something. Both of you. Listen, Will, our troubles, they're about to end. You're going to be a free man. And it's all going to be legal.
Did you forget something?
No. I just wanted to make sure you don't either. Think about what I said.
You've said a lot of things. Most of them I don't want to remember, much less think about them.
This is more important than any of them. A son needs a father. See you around, Bo. I figured it right, Lindsay. You outsmarted yourself. You cut yourself right out of the equation.
missing persons on a former Landview Hospital employee, Jeff Barnes.
Oh, you are such a wet blanket. Get out of my life, Nora. You have no place in my life or my head. Goodbye. You are never going to cause me another problem, Nora Buchanan. Never.
I'll take over. Sure. I want to see our Jane Doe's x-rays as soon as they're available, okay?
Yes, doctor.
Hey, Scarlett, how you doing?
Linda? If anyone tries to reach me, I want you to have them call me on my cell phone, not my machine at home, okay? There's a man who might try to reach me. I don't know his name, but he's got brown hair and a great smile and eyes that... Well, anyway... I want you to make sure you give him my cell phone number, okay?
How's my girl? Things getting a little clearer today? Talk to me. Lindsay who?
Lindsay Rappaport.
Lindsay Rappaport.